going to talk about Chennedy Carter, but it looks like she's blacklisted. And she will be playing professional basketball during the season, but it won't be for the WNBA.
Is going after Caitlin Clark really worth giving up your entire WNBA future? Chennedy Carter may have just shown us the answer, going over 120 days without receiving a single offer from any WNBA team. As training camps begin today, Carter is officially taking her game to the Professional Basketball League in Mexico.
Seriously, she needs to do whatever she can to get some help, get her anger under control, where she will not have another incident like the one where she slammed into Caitlin Clark. She's out of the league.
This isn't just any athlete moving teams. This was the Chicago Sky's leading scorer being removed from the WNBA, following a direct incident with the league's top name. The Sky released her without trade talks, and despite dominating overseas, no one signed her. That doesn't happen unless there's a serious reason. What do you think? Was Chennedy's fate fair? Let's explore the full story. What took place, where she's headed, and how she reacted. Let's unpack it all.
Despite the solid fourth season from Carter, an incident with Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark stood out to many. The 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year came in the league, became arguably the most popular player. There, I cleaned it up for you, which may have rubbed some people the wrong way, including Carter.
Picture this. June 1st, 2024. The Indiana Fever taking on the Chicago Sky. What started as a regular season matchup unexpectedly became iconic. The game stayed competitive from start to finish. With the Fever barely edging out a 71-70 win, tensions ran high, and then one moment shifted everything.
And Clark. I mean, that's clearly a foul which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Chennedy Carter.
The incident occurred just after Chicago made a basket as both teams transitioned up the floor. Carter and Clark crossed paths. At first it looked routine. What happened next broke the pattern. Carter, who seemed to be continuing the play, suddenly redirected. This wasn't accidental. It was on purpose. She charged toward Clark and delivered a hard hip check that sent the rookie to the ground. Meanwhile, Angel Reese was seen jumping and clapping in the background.
She was signed to the Chicago Sky with Teresa Weatherspoon, with Angel Reese, with Camila Cardoso, and, the rest of the folks. And then we get to the body check. This was originally ruled an away from the ball foul, but it was obviously a flagrant foul. It really upset a lot of people, which really escalated the issue. And it was really just poor sportsmanship on Kennedy's part.
That move wasn't a routine basketball foul. It wasn't even an intense defensive play. It was clearly something more, leaving fans shocked. The broadcast replayed the footage from all angles, and the commentator's tone changed from casual to stunned. "What just happened?" echoed throughout the arena as Clark fell. Officials blew the whistle fast, calling it a common foul. But the video told a bigger story. The following day, refs upgraded it to a flagrant, noting it was excessive and had nothing to do with basketball.
It's one thing pushing Caitlin Clark, and it's another thing blindsiding her. Like, I don't think there's no justification for that. Like, to be honest, we can be honest.
What made this moment stand out wasn't just the foul itself. It was how Clark responded. While other players may have jumped up ready to retaliate, she quietly stood, gathered herself, and resumed play. No outburst, no revenge, just a composed rookie acting like a veteran. The contrast between Carter's aggression and Clark's poise only fueled the growing narrative. Fans and analysts stopped focusing on stats and turned to dissecting Carter's intentions. Was it jealousy? Was Clark being singled out? These debates overtook the actual gameplay.
Something's got to wake her up too. Something's got to wake her up and say, man, I could be in the WNBA right now, starting on a team, being their leading scorer. I've got to get my temper and my head under control. I gotta figure it out somehow.
What no one realized then, not Carter, not Clark, not fans, was how that single moment would alter Carter's career forever. It wasn't just a heat-of-the-moment mistake. It became the turning point that started a rapid decline. That one physical act started a chain of events that ultimately led to Carter being pushed out of the league.
There's no doubt Chennedy Carter is extremely talented, but she's got to get her head screwed on straight.
If that first foul didn't already seriously damage Carter's image, what came afterward sealed her downfall. With cameras rolling after the game, she had a prime chance to explain or apologize. But instead, her response only fueled the controversy even more.
She knocked Caitlin Clark to the floor. We all saw it, a flagrant foul. And many people, including myself, thought it was borderline assault. It was awful.
During the press conference, cameras captured every moment as Carter took her seat, handed a chance to redirect the narrative. A single sincere line could have shifted the reaction, maybe a reason, an apology, or even recognition of the event. Any of these might have softened the blow. But as reporters waited, Carter gave a response that stirred even more backlash. "I ain't answering no Caitlin Clark questions."
And then Kennedy just give you an opportunity to talk about that moment between you and Caitlin. What was that play, what was said, and kind of what led to.
Next question.
Yeah, I mean, like, it seemed like she turned to you a little bit.
Yeah.
After
I ain't answering no Caitlin Clark questions.
Did she say anything to you?
I don't know what she said.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't say anything.
That's enough. We're good.
Those 7 words echoed throughout basketball circles almost instantly. Within just hours, voices who might have dismissed the foul as part of the sport now had no more excuses. Carter's refusal to talk about it turned something that could have faded within a day into a full-blown media storm that lasted a week. If her foul was questionable, this post-game comment triggered deeper concerns.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it, but I think it's just like, just respond, calm down, let your play do the talking. It is what it is. It's a physical game. Go make the free throw and then execute on offense, and I feel like that's kind of what we did, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. I don't know.
What's a key? Hurt Carter's image even further was how sharply it contrasted with Clark's approach. While Carter refused to take any blame, Clark told the press, "Basketball gets emotional, I get it. I've lost my cool too." One player showed leadership and maturity, while the other avoided responsibility. League executives began private conversations behind the scenes.
And there has not been a peep about anywhere that she could be landing in this free agency. So a lot of people, including myself, are wondering, is she worth the risk now?
This wasn't just about bad PR among fans. Team leaders and WNBA officials were watching closely. In professional leagues, skill counts, but it's not the only thing. The conversation shifted from, is she talented, to, is she worth the issues? Carter's reckless comments disrupted the Sky's team dynamics, reportedly upsetting both players and coaches.
I mean, she can score with the lights out. I mean, she's pure offense, a pure shooting guard, scoring guard. Instant offense. But if you're a team, do you really want her on the team? I wouldn't.
This wasn't just a reputation hit. It created real friction inside the locker room. After Carter's statement, the team atmosphere grew worse, turning an already difficult situation into something bigger. Basketball thrives on unity. When one player doesn't take ownership of actions that humiliate the team, trust breaks down. The Sky allowed her to leave in free agency with no offer, and not a single team came calling. One general manager even said privately, "We wouldn't touch her, not even from across the court."
Can you break down that situation that happened?
Yeah. So, in basketball a little bit, there's things called talking, what you like to call smack or whatever everybody likes to call it.
Yeah.
Plays before things are said, you know, that's a part of basketball.
For nearly a year, Carter stayed completely silent about the incident until last week. She finally opened up during a podcast appearance with the controversial host Neon. Her explanation? It was nothing more than a light touch. Yes, the same action that knocked Clark to the court and earned a flagrant foul was, in Carter's words, just a gentle bump between peers.
Think a play before, maybe I was elbowed. Okay, that happens. Think the next play down, maybe something was said. And then maybe there was like a little clip of somebody like yelling in my face. And then we go down the court. Then I hit like a little bucket, you feel me? Come down, hit like a little nice little mid-range pull-up. And then I just like, you know, just give her like a little like, I'm here. Like, you know, I don't think it was, you know what's crazy? Me and my brother went back and watched, and we seen a lot of clips in the NBA of guys getting like pushing LeBron. Like I think it was Jeff Teague or somebody who like pushed LeBron out of bounds, like said, man, I was mad because like we couldn't stop him.
You almost have to admire the commitment to denial. After watching that footage, repeatedly, it's obvious Carter changed direction just to make contact. Yet somehow, the event is being reframed as if it were an innocent tap in a crowded space. This oddly delayed PR effort sparks one clear question. Why speak out now, long after an apology could have made a real difference?
I'm just like, it's like one of those things like, it happens in basketball. I know people try to say, oh, it's not one of those things.
It's not a personal thing, it's a competitive thing.
It happens in basketball, and like, it's just one of those things. But like, yeah, it's kind of what happened, then it spiraled out of control.
And then the media takes whatever narrative they want to put out.
You watch every game, every single game, to see if you can find any deflects in my game, and like, it's really nothing that you probably could say too much about. So then you have trolls, and that's why I said they're gonna be around regardless. But yeah, it was just like a nice little like tap, like I'm here, not to like harm you or anything. You know, if you want to push somebody, you're gonna like full.
The timing didn't feel random. Maybe realizing her WNBA chances were slipping away, Carter tried to smooth her image just enough to stay relevant. But her half-hearted defense only confirmed what many already assumed. She was a player unwilling to take full responsibility for her actions.
I mean, that happens, man. Like, it's one of those things. I'm a great player, she's a great player. It looks a certain way. Everybody's gonna have their views on it. But my personal view is, you know, I don't have anything against her. She's a great player, and so am I. And I've got buckets all that season, you know what I'm saying? So, just one of those things that, I love it though. They think I hate it, I love it. I love when it gets riled up and juicy like that.
You feed off of like what people say and shit, and it makes you more motivated.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Oh yeah, I love the hate. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Carter's situation is unique because no one doubts her talent. Last season, she put up 17.5 points per game, her personal best. Based solely on ability, several WNBA teams should have been interested. Yet the combination of that infamous foul and her reaction afterward made her undesirable among league executives.
She did. She stopped and went through. Like, oh. Like, that is not... We watched the clip. There is no way that we're letting this happen. Like, saying that it was nothing, like this is not just a tap.
In professional basketball, especially in the WNBA, team chemistry is everything. Signing Carter meant bringing on more than just a scorer. It meant gambling with the locker room environment. Her unwillingness to accept blame raised real concerns about how she'd respond to coaching or difficult situations.
This is crazy, and this changes everything, because all this time we've been waiting on Chennedy Carter to take responsibility for what she did to Caitlin Clark. It shows me, I ain't even got to watch all this footage right here, but I am going to look at it. But it's showing me right now that she still is not taking responsibility for her actions. She's finna blame this whole situation on Caitlin Clark supposedly talking smack to her.
Most fans learned Carter's name after the controversial hit, but insiders had raised concerns long before. Her issues actually started before she ever crossed paths with Caitlin Clark. In 2021, while playing for the Atlanta Dream, she was suspended mid-season due to what the team vaguely described as conduct detrimental. It stemmed from an incident that disrupted team cohesion. Atlanta's bold choice to bench one of their brightest stars sent shockwaves, labeling her a locker room liability.
Atlanta Dream did suspend her in the middle of the sophomore season, basically saying she was a detriment to the team and the team culture. So then the Atlanta Dream decided to trade her to the Sparks, the Los Angeles.
Following Atlanta, Carter was traded to the Los Angeles Sparks, where the same problems followed her. Though still a scoring threat, sources claimed her court time decreased because of her behavior. a polite way to say she created tension. The Sparks staff clearly decided to cut her minutes, placing team culture above individual points.
I mean, good luck. Good luck. I don't know who's going to take her. I don't know what teams are going to take her. No, I don't think she's going to the Indiana Fever. I mean, yeah, bring her in after what happened. I don't think so.
This recurring theme, strong talent overshadowed by personal conduct, started reshaping how the league viewed Carter. By the time she suited up for the Chicago Sky, quiet chatter about her behavior had turned into widespread concern. Here's what's wild. Despite a career average of 14.6 points while shooting an impressive 47.3%, teams still passed. One league executive reportedly called her radioactive, a stunning description for such a skilled scorer. This wasn't idle talk. It mirrored how the entire WNBA viewed her.
During the 2024 WNBA season, guard Chennedy Carter emerged as a key player for the Chicago Sky, leading the team in scoring with 17.5 points per game, a career high. She would still be probably their best pure offensive weapon if she was still on that team. Now, there's a world where Chennedy Carter, and I've said this, will be their best player this year, provided they allow her to ball, or provided Angel Reese gets the hell out of the way, one of the two.
The most obvious proof of how far her stock had fallen came after her impressive 2024 run with the Sky. Even though she led the team in scoring, averaging a career-high 17.5 points in 33 games, her most ever played, Chicago shocked fans by declining to offer her a contract extension. Think about that. The organization let their top scorer go without compensation. This wasn't just about numbers. It reflected a larger culture stance. The Sky effectively told the league Carter's off-court issues outweighed her talent. And the message landed. None of the league's other 11 teams offered her a deal for 2025.
Fast forward to Friday, Carter, who saw her one-year deal with the Sky come to an end, has yet to sign with the WNBA team. With training camp right around the corner, Carter has elected to join a different league as she awaits another shot at the WNBA. Chennedy Carter has taken her talents to the Mexican, and I'm not even trying to pronounce that, the LMBPF. Long story short, it's in Mexico, and it looks like a women's Mexican basketball league, professional basketball league.
After spending over 120 days without a contract in free agency, Carter's WNBA journey has officially ended. She signed a deal with Adelitas de Chihuahua, a team in Mexico's top-tier women's basketball league. That signing marked a clear departure from the highest level of women's hoops. The Mexican team welcomed her on Instagram, highlighting her talent and celebrating her addition to the roster.
She's joining a women's basketball league in Mexico. The WNBA thing looks like a wrap for her for now. And in case you're wondering, she averaged 17.5 points a game last year and literally shot 50% from the field for the Chicago Sky. And she's 26 years old. I get it. I mean, she's got to lay in the bed she made.
Carter won't be alone in Mexico. Joining her is guard Victoria Vivians, who played 6 years for the Indiana Fever before a short stint with Seattle in 2024. For Carter, this move is both a fresh opportunity and a noticeable step down in visibility and prestige. Can she dominate the LNBPF? Absolutely. Her talent remains untouched, only her reputation took a hit. The real question, is this a temporary detour or the end of her top-level pro career?
And, I mean, I don't know what's going to be a wake-up call. I would hope Chennedy Carter would turn her focus of all of her anger into something positive and she would become a great WNBA player. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen this season.
The WNBA isn't just elevating its level of play, it's also shifting its priorities. As Chennedy Carter heads to Mexico, the league sends a strong message. Pure skill is no longer enough. Without accountability and character, even gifted athletes won't find lasting roles in today's WNBA.
Chennedy Carter, she got a new job. Adios, amigos.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are offering a glimpse into the league's future. Record attendance and viewership are only half the story. Clark's jersey is the league's top seller and has sparked an incredible 11x jump in merchandise sales overall. The comparison is clear. While Carter attempts a comeback overseas, the WNBA pushes forward with stronger expectations and new standards, defining exactly what kind of player this league wants to champion. Drop your thoughts below. Give this a like, subscribe, and hit the bell. We'll see you next time.